I spent the day at the Mountain View Dairy in Delta, Utah, interviewing the Nye family, who are the operators of the dairy, and I asked them a few questions about how they've adapted to rising alfalfa costs and if it's affected the way they've been feeding their cows.
Okay, going. Okay, we're here in the field with Craig Nye, a local dairy farmer from Delta, Utah, discussing the effects of rising costs of forage feeds on their dairy operation. Have you guys realized the effects of rising alfalfa prices here at the Mountain View Dairy?
Oh, absolutely. The last year, our alfalfa prices were anywhere from 30 to 50 pounds, or $50 a ton higher than they have been in the past. When you're taking that money across 7,000 or 8,000 tons a day, it adds up.
So how have you guys adapted to these rising costs, and what have you explored any alternatives to alfalfa forage feeds?
Some alternatives to alfalfa that we've looked at, and we've actually run some experiments with, are using sorghum and chopping out its wet feed and then supplementing the missing energy from sorghum with either ground or steam flake corn, feeding more small grain mixes like the triticale bar wheat mix that we call three-way, adding that to the ration, cutting back on forages as a whole, just trying to feed higher energy dense concentrates to make up the difference in the ration.
And how have you been seeing your cows have responded to these changes?
Some of the changes worked out all right. Some were kind of a step back, especially looking at it from the protein and butter fat content in milk. And so we kind of took a step back from concentrates and started focusing again on roughages. And even with the cost of alfalfa hay, just trying to supplement with other roughages to make up that difference.
Okay, thank you.
I was even given the pleasure of being able to interview a few of the cows and ask their opinion on the matter.
I'm here with Belle the Brown Swiss, a dairy cow on the Mountain View Dairy, and I just had a couple of questions for her. Belle, do you feel as though your net energy requirements are being met by the current feed that you're being fed?
Gosh, the Nyes just give us some delicious TMR, and I feel like I have so much energy when I'm done eating that.
And how do you feel that your rumen microbes feel about the current ration?
They're just happier than Leewood and a Twinkie factory over this.
Out on the scene with Mallory the Holstein. Mallory, have you noticed any production changes that have come from the change in forages in your TMR?
Felt like with some of the changes, the quality of my milk went down, but they're getting us back on track.
Okay, with baby Belle, the daughter of Belle the Brown Swiss. Belle, I've noticed that you are on a ration of pure oat hay. What is the reason for this, and what are the implications thereof?
Because they think I'm fat. They hate me. I want my feed back.
Not everybody was so willing to talk.
Ma'am, do you feel as though your nutritional needs are being met on this farm? Ma'am, are you willing to stop and answer a few questions that I have?
I asked some of the milkers if they had noticed any differences in the recent changes.
We're going. Have you noticed any changes in the quantity or quality of milk as the TMR has changed in these cows?
No sé nada, sinceramente no sé qué pedo traes. Pero Simón, lo que tú digas, yo te digo que sí.
Thank you.
We were also able to visit the local Walmart and ask customers what they thought about the issues surrounding livestock and feeds.
No question with that.
How so?
Because the farmer has to pay more, he has to charge more when he harvests his crop. So you have to pay that. It's like anything else. From the oil well to the gasoline tank, if it costs more, then everybody passes it on a little bit, Some margin made, but I don't think there's any question what they do.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I think that the more the prices go up, the more it affects me and how much I get, what my family gets.
Okay.
So, cool. Thank you so much. The consumer.
I'm okay with it. I think that, it just drives the economy basically, because the bigger you can get like a thing of cow, you can charge more money for it and help the economy by the product.
you have anything else to add? That's perfect.
No, that's good.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely against it.
And how come?
Because you want naturally fed animals, grass-fed food, but without the chemicals and the stuff that makes them grow faster. No, I'm totally against it.
Okay.
In fact, I'm trying to become a vegetarian.
Oh.
So, because I think there's too much in the meats.
Okay.
Growth hormones and things like that.
So what kind of things do you think we should be doing as farmers and ranchers for your sake?
For my sake,
As a consumer who is against that.
grow healthy vegetables,
Okay.
fruits, I know that it's moderation in all things, but right now in my life, I eat just chicken and fish. And even those things have problems. I would like it to be natural foods for the chickens. On Facebook, I saw a picture of the chickens in cages with their necks sticking out. Totally against that. I want naturally fed animals and products.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Nobody wants to be interviewed by me. Everyone's saying no.
Some other place and buy hay that's less expensive.
Find less expensive hay or sell your cows.
Sell the cows, or we have to find some place where they're doing cubing, by the cubes.
Okay.
What could I feed them? There's not a whole lot. You could feed them table scraps, or you could grow corn for them.
Okay.
But for the most part, oats. But oats are pretty expensive as well. So I would probably grow corn and some kind of antibiotic form.
Cool. So you're not against antibiotics in animal feeds?
As long as it doesn't hurt the product as it is distributed to a human, I'm not against it.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.